Alex is a Crystal Palace fan who's called 03717 223344. Alex, what do you feel about this potential move for Marc Guehi?
Hello, mate. Thanks for having me on. I don't get the rhetoric around why would he make a sideways step to Newcastle at this point in his career?
Is it a sideways step, Alex? Why? Is it a sideways step?
Of course it is. What do you mean? No European football. We've got one of the best upcoming managers probably in the league. If we keep hold of Eze, Walton, we've got a strong team. Honestly, on paper, we've probably got a better starting 11 than Newcastle have.
Oh, I don't agree with that, Alex. I don't agree with that. Come on, think about some of the players for Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, Sven Botman when he's back fit. That's an outstanding starting 11. That's a side that was in the Champions League the season before. The thing is, when you say it's a sideways step, what about the potential of Newcastle? We obviously know they've got rich owners, and Crystal Palace, with the greatest of respects, they won't be able to match the kind of ambition that those owners at Newcastle will want to see.
Yeah, but okay, how much is he worth then? What would we take? 80 million?
80 million, I think the Newcastle will try and play under that, yeah. I think they'll try and go under that, but, he's 24. I think he's done himself a brilliant service. He's done Crystal Palace a brilliant service, given the Euros that he had as well. What do you make of that, Darren? The sideways, maybe in the short term, it's a sideways step, but you've got to look at the ambition of Newcastle.
Alex will know my love that I have for Crystal Palace, but you can base it on the recency. You can base it on the last few months of the season last year. You can base it on they haven't got European football, of course, both of them. But if you look over the last 10 years, it's clearly a move that's above what Palace is at the moment. Look, potentially Palace can go anywhere with Oliver Glasner. We know that they could get European football next season, but at the moment, and I can't sit there because of my love for Palace and say, yeah, I agree, it's a sideways or backward step. At the moment, it's a forward step. In terms of value, we spoke about that. He is worth whatever Crystal Palace put on him. If it's 80, if it's 100, whatever. And if Newcastle want to pay that, that's their problem. That's up to them. They can pay that. But it would be a good move for Marc Guehi. Just the last one for you there, Alex. You say there that you think that Palace's starting 11 right now, and bear in mind they've lost Elise, he's gone to Bayern Munich, is on par with, if not better than, Newcastle's. So would you say that if they do manage to keep Guehi, manage to keep Eze, you see Palace finishing above Newcastle next season?
I think top 10 would be great. Honestly, my genuine opinion, I don't think Newcastle will do that well next season again. I don't know what it is. I feel like, you can pump all the money in you want, but realistically, they're not. We've been talking about it. Oh, they've got potential. They're going to do great. We're still waiting. It's not happening. It's not quite. Palace at the end of last season under Glasner, what was it? 5 or 6 wins in the last 10. Absolutely firing. I struggle to see how anybody can say Newcastle are that much better, apart from financially maybe, fan base maybe, stadium, whatever.
I disagree.
But they were in the Champions League
and
last
also,
year,
and
not
also,
last year,
Alex,
the year before.
They were unlucky not to get European football. They only didn't because Manchester United somehow managed to beat Man City in the FA Cup final. They only missed out, not because of league position, but because of the way that you can qualify through the FA Cup.
I think you're blinded a little bit by your love of Crystal Palace, to be honest, don't you?
Probably a little bit, but I just think that the whole thing about Newcastle can sign Guehi. We don't need to sell him, so unless you give us over the odds, pay probably more than he's actually worth, then you can have him. Apart from that, then fine. We'll stick tight. We'll play Anderson and Guehi. We'll have Wharton, we'll have Decore, we'll have...
listen, Alex, the thing is, Alex, I'm not quite sure about that shout. If you agree with Alex, let us know. 03717 223344.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.